It may still be cold outside, but I am ready for spring. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and I'm ready for a little spring inspiration for my crafting. So today I am at Hobby Lobby. We're going to wander around. We're going to see what's new for the spring in crafting and organization, and I thought I would bring you guys along to see what we can find. So let's head on in. All right, as I head into the store, I know that Hobby Lobby is definitely transitioning much more to home decor, but I'm going to head straight back to the crafting section because that is what I'm looking for today. Some crafting inspiration. They do have these middle aisles filled with some spring inspiration, but as you can see, there's some decor that has definitely gotten back to this section as well. It felt very much geared more towards kid crafts. There were a few that kind of jumped out at me. I love these little embroidery kits. I think these are fabulous ways to try some different crafts that maybe you haven't done before. Embroidery. I also came across some punch needle. There were some beautiful, beautiful diamond art pieces I'm going to show you in a minute. And while these are definitely, more kid friendly, I think they're a great way to try a new type of craft before investing in all of the tools and different supplies that can come with that particular new hobby. I know that diamond art is still a huge trend, and I kind of dug these canvases because they had some of the color behind it. You get that satisfaction a little bit faster because you know exactly what it's going to look like. I know that some of my diamond art purists might not agree, but I think those are fun canvases to work with. I also like that they had some different sizes available so that you could complete a project a little faster. That's certainly one of the obstacles I run into with diamond art is that it takes a really long time to finish one of these beautiful canvases, and I don't always get it done. Here's some more examples of what I saw. I did enjoy the colors, and I do think that these are fun. These are probably some of the best crafts that I found for the spring, and it comes with everything you need. All in one bit. It has all the diamonds. It has the tool that you need to apply the diamonds. The whole thing comes all together, which was awesome. Now, I think my favorite thing that I found was actually these paint by numbers, and I'm very interested to hear if anyone has tried these. These canvases, you can see, has the light imprint on the back, but they're still numbered. You come back in with the paint that is included in the back. You can see there's some little numbers on there. You come back in with the paint in the back and kind of make this image look much more vivid. I loved the images they chose. I loved the variations. I thought this was pretty darn cool. So general crafting, kind of okay, a little bit more kid-like, but I think there were some fun things that you could try. I will say that I do like how Hobby Lobby has really started organizing supplies and tools around particular hobbies. So all of these diamond art pieces all in the same place, working with patches and putting them on bags and using them to decorate. That's another big hobby that a lot of people enjoy. I like the variety of patches, loving the pearl ones. These are great ways to create gifts. I like that it's all together, including the little pouches and bags in a variety of colors, very much like Stony Clover, but much more affordable. These are adorable and, like I said, make great gifts, especially for this time of year as people are starting to travel. Now, what I didn't really appreciate were the paper crafting supplies. You guys, there's just not that many, and I really feel like they're not changing out. These are ones that I've seen for years. I feel like there's just not that many to choose from. There were a couple that kind of caught my eye. I do enjoy having these full kits that include stickers and papers. Sometimes they have ephemera, sometimes they have dimensional stickers depending on the kit. They are fun, but if this is your only outlet for gathering supplies, it feels pretty darn limited, and that's definitely the feeling that I was getting. And it was just such a small portion of the crafting area and of the store. I think my favorite was Disco Cowboy here, or Cowgirl. I've seen this one before. I think it's fun. Here's Happy Vibes. I like that this one comes with ephemera. I don't usually use dimensional stickers, so the ones that had ephemera were definitely my favorites. Also, this is super affordable. 40% off today. Butterflies, always my jam. So a $7 kit, much, much cheaper than buying from scrapbook.com or a place like that. You're just really limited in the variety that's available. And if you've shopped for a while, if you've crafted for a while, these are going to be the same patterns and themes that you have seen already from the paper studio. I do dig this junk journaling kind of one. Ephemera is what this one was called. If that's your vibe, these are fun. These are fun pieces to play with for sure, just limited. I hoped I would have more luck leaving the kits behind and looking for individual items. Not so much. There's always new stuff from Tim Holtz, so those are always fun to find. I like this rainbow pack. I don't know that this is new, but I'm totally digging the rainbow pack of textured paper, or at least looks like it's textured. It's called Backdrops, I believe. That is a fun collection, and Tim Holtz is always a fun collection. The washi tape looks very similar to all the washi tape that I've seen for a long time. I own a lot of this from Hobby Lobby, so same group packs. I do like the ephemera, and I liked this one especially. Sometimes with the ephemera at Hobby Lobby, it's very big and you get a lot of each particular one. This one was cool, loved the vibe of it, and you only needed one of each piece, which I like because I don't need two of every single thing. The rest of the ones I looked like did have two of every single thing, but these had more of a junk journaling feel, so I figured you kind of could use multiples of each of those. They had some vintage travel ones. This one was definitely more junk journal style with some nature mixed in, and they just had some florals as well. So there were some different pieces, not necessarily spring themed, but certainly that could be used for spring crafting as you pulled the colors that were inspiring you. Immediately next to the ephemera were a few more patches, this time in some brighter colors. Like I said, these are not necessarily spring themed or new for spring, but they're fun to look at. And if you love this hobby, I love the idea of collecting these patches and using them in different ways, but definitely doesn't really fit with my paper crafting hobby. However, still inspired me a little bit to think, how could I use these? So love all of the colors available. I'd love to know which one you like the best. All right, I couldn't leave this area without checking planners. A lot of them were really limited, low in stock, but I did see this book. You guys, this Agenda 52 book is one of my favorite dating sticker books, like to date. This one is called Numbers and Days. I love it. If you see this at your local Hobby Lobby, especially if it's on sale, definitely pick it up. Now with Agenda 52, they do release some new sticker books for different seasons. They tend to change these out. Some of them I've seen, some of them are tried and true, and some of them are newer. I really liked this one. Bright colors, inspirational sayings. I'm all here for that. Now this one was called Boho Vibes. I did see some different collections around the papercraft area from Paper Studio that were called Boho Vibes, and I assume that they coordinate somewhat. I just wish they would gather them together. All right, when I was checking out storage, it mostly looked the same, things we've seen before. I did notice this cart. I'm not sure if I've seen this before. Definitely a plastic cart that you can assemble here. Pretty affordable for $20. I just don't know how well it will hold up. Specifically, those wheels do not look like they're going to hold up much weight. So something to think about. This piece is super cool. Round organizers on a stand, so you can just pop them off of this black stand in the middle. I think that's fun, especially for jewelry making and beads. Love it. And then I saw this piece that felt like it was crying out for diamond art organization. Look at all these little pieces that kind of snap off the side. You can hold tools in the top. I think this is a fun idea, especially for doing crafting on the go if you are into diamond painting. All right, I checked out storage in the other section that's back here in the crafting. Again, things that we've seen before, containers we've all known and loved for a while. I did see a beautiful acrylic piece that's meant to hold markers and tools, like a tabletop piece. I thought it was cool because it had a drawer. I tried to open the drawer. It's definitely taped shut, and I didn't want to mess it up for other customers. But this is very beautiful. Love the sleek lines. That is a super cool look. And y'all, that was kind of it for the paper crafting section. Not a lot caught my eye. I was really hoping there would be some brighter colors, some fun papers, new stickers, and I just didn't see very much. Maybe I'm too early. Maybe there's stuff coming. I'm hoping there is, but it definitely feels not geared towards the average crafter. It's geared towards people trying out new things. I decided before I left, I would swing up toward the front of the store. Sometimes I get lots of organization ideas from the new sections in the front. This time around, I saw a lot of plastic pieces that reminded me of things that you can pick up at the Dollar Tree. They are fun, bright colors, just not what I would expect from Hobby Lobby. I just thought there would be some more interesting and unusual pieces, some nicer pieces to put out in your home. And these were just the typical plastic pieces, great for kids and things like that. But as far as like decor, and I just didn't see the bright colors, the fun. It all felt geared more towards kids and less towards adults and our tastes. Like, look at the dark feel. It just didn't have the same vibe that I'm used to seeing. I'd like to know, is your Hobby Lobby the same way? Did I catch it at the wrong point? See all the kid stuff? I was just thrown off a bit. Let me know, is your Hobby Lobby looking the same as this? All right, so I may be ready for spring and bright colors, but it kind of felt like Hobby Lobby was not so much ready. In the paper crafting department, not a lot new, not a lot that kind of jumped out and inspired me. And it was really disappointing. And as I kind of looked through the whole store, I noticed that everything was a little bit more toned down than I'm used to seeing from Hobby Lobby. There was a lot more plastic pieces. It just didn't have the same feel. I'm pretty disappointed. I was hoping for some inspiration. It might just be a little bit early. Maybe new product lines are coming out, but I really hope that some of these bigger box stores start considering your average crafter and how we like to see the new products. We don't want to see the same old lines over and over and over again. We've used those. We're ready to move on. We're ready for something new. We're ready for some inspiration. And hopefully we can start to get that message across. That being said, it's always fun to kind of wander and see what's out there. I'm sure I'll be back in a few weeks to see if there's something else new. Did anything jump out at you? Let me know down below. Let me know, where have you found some crafting inspiration recently? I know it is hard with all of the Joann stores, not all of them, but a lot of them closing. Michael's is kind of in the same vein as Hobby Lobby. Sometimes they have the same or similar collections. Let me know, where are you going to find some crafting inspiration? Be sure to leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And otherwise, I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.